Now, there's in the market, there are some low code stuff for building agents, but they're not going too deep. Really, to get value out of this, you need to build your own agents yourself using libraries, using developers, prompt engineers, dare I say, to be able to get the value out of really building out good quality agents. Anyone can bang out an agent if they want, but most of them will just be using OpenAI in the background and a few very basic prompts, and people will call that an agent. And it will do the job okay, maybe. But to really solve business problems, you really need to understand the domain that you're in. You need to then implement the right strategies for your data pool and where you're getting your knowledge source from. And you need to enable the developers to be able to build and prompt engineer and make sure that it actually has the outcomes that you need from it. So in terms of the landscape, yes, there are some low-code options out there to do it, but realistically, at the moment, this is a development side of the world.
And I very much agree with that. We've had very limited success in just using the low-code stuff that sits under the Copilot Studio in order to do meaningful things, and meaningful things that will perform consistently has been a problem. When we go down a level and we actually start to code our own agents, whether we're using Python, LangChain, backing that off onto, it could be OpenAI, it could be Anthropic stuff, it doesn't matter. But having that level of control there, and then being able to augment it, you've spoken with our own data stores, so vector DBs, knowledge graphs, etc., off the back, that will then mean that we've got more control over how we give the context for domain-specific information back to the LLM to then go do that. That's where it is today. You can then still use that in Copilot Studio as in effect, the conversation, the LLM, for the conversational chatbot, which is cool. And then for the low-code tools that are doing the process automation, they're here to stay for quite a while, right? So I see that from a using agents perspective, we will be able to have custom agents that will get enough information, as you mentioned earlier, to start a process. We'll be able to streamline the processes those low-code things are doing by getting agents to just do some of the work that we would have had to get a person to do before anyway. When work goes to people, inside of those platforms, we'll be able to have co-pilots or agents that are going to give me help to do my work. That might be guidance. It might say, do you want me to kick this off? It might give me an email, all of that cool stuff. It might go, last time you said this, or you say you think you're going to do this, but the expert over there says, all of that cool stuff that we can do. And then analytics on the back that are going to help me understand how the flow is running. So it's going to be about taking all of that stuff with deving and agents and putting it in and around that platform. I think that's there for now. And then in my mind, those platforms are going to have to evolve even further or new platforms will come into play, which actually take a different view on their thing, which is basically going to say, you're just going to define your key processes and your key stages in those processes. And then you're just going to have knowledge.